There was once a woman named Elena who lived in a small mountain village surrounded by mist and quiet streams. Her life was simple: a little wooden house, a tiny garden, and a heart that had learned to endure pain. Years ago, Elena had everything she ever wanted: a loving husband, a cheerful son named Daniel, and dreams as wide as the open sky. But life, as it often does, changed without warning. A tragic accident took her husband away, and within months, her son left for the city, chasing a better life. Calls became less frequent. Letters stopped. The house that once echoed with laughter now stood silent, like a song half remembered. Yet every morning, before the first light of dawn touched the mountains, Elena would wake up, kneel beside her small oil lamp, and light it. She'd whisper to herself, "Even when the world feels dark, I will shine." To outsiders, it seemed strange, lighting a lamp every single morning, even when the sun was already rising. But for Elena, that lamp wasn't just fire. It was faith. It was her reminder that light doesn't come from around you. It comes from within you. The villagers respected her, but they couldn't understand her peace. "Don't you get lonely?" one of them once asked. Elena smiled and replied, "Loneliness isn't when no one is around you. It's when peace leaves your heart. If peace lives inside, you're never truly alone." Her words stayed with them, though few truly understood. One cold winter night, a terrible storm swept through the mountains. The wind howled, roofs rattled, and the power went out. People were frightened, roads were blocked, and the entire village was cut off from the world. But inside her home, Elena sat quietly near her lamp, humming a lullaby her husband once loved. She could hear the storm tearing through the valley, but her heart stayed calm. Then came a soft, desperate knock. Outside stood a young couple, soaked, shivering, and exhausted. Their car had broken down miles away, and they had walked through the storm for hours. Without hesitation, Elena opened her door. "Come in, my children," she said. She gave them her only blanket and poured them a bowl of hot soup, the last she had. The young woman looked at her in disbelief. "But you have so little. Why are you giving it to us?" Elena smiled, her eyes glowing like her lamp. "When you share what little light you have," she said softly, "the darkness loses its power." That night, they sat together by the lamp, talking about life, love, and faith. Outside, the storm roared, but inside, there was warmth, peace, light. When morning came, the storm had calmed. The couple thanked her and promised to return. Elena simply said, "Go with peace. And never forget, happiness doesn't live in comfort. It lives in kindness." A few days later, the couple came back, but this time, they weren't alone. They brought food, clothes, and supplies for the whole village. They told everyone about the woman who gave her last bowl of soup and her only blanket with a smile. That story spread like sunlight after rain. Soon, villagers began visiting Elena, not to offer sympathy, but to learn from her peace. A young mother asked her, "How can I stay positive when everything goes wrong?" Elena answered, "When everything outside you breaks, look inside. That's where peace begins." Another man said, "I have everything, money, a big house, yet I'm still not happy." She smiled and said, "Then you've built a mansion, but not a home." Her words were simple, but they touched hearts. Slowly, the village changed. People started helping each other more. Children laughed louder. Neighbors shared food again. And all of it began with one woman, one lamp, and one choice: to stay kind when life wasn't. Months passed. One evening, as the golden sun melted behind the mountains, Elena sat by her window, her lamp flickering softly. A familiar sound came from the road, footsteps she knew by heart. When she looked up, she saw her son, Daniel, standing at the door. Tears filled her eyes. He hugged her tightly and whispered, "Mom, I'm sorry. I've been running after success, but I lost myself along the way." Elena held his face gently and said, "My son, the world teaches us to chase happiness, but happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you create. Right here, right now." Daniel stayed for a few weeks, helping her with the garden, fixing the roof, and sitting by the lamp every night. One evening, as they watched the flame dance, he asked, "Mom, why do you light this lamp every day?" She smiled and said, "Because every morning gives us two choices, to curse the darkness or to light a lamp, and I choose the light." That night, the stars shone brighter than ever. It was as if the heavens themselves smiled down at that tiny home in the valley. Elena closed her eyes, feeling the peace she had always known. A peace born not from comfort, but from courage. And from that day on, every person who passed by her window saw that little flame, a symbol of unshakable hope. The storm had long ended, but her light still burned, quietly, endlessly, beautifully. Because happiness was never about having everything. It was about being the light when everything feels dark. Moral: true happiness is not found in wealth or success. It's found in peace, kindness, and the courage to stay positive no matter how hard life gets.